Welcome to Aligned for Success podcast, where we help chiropractors create practices that truly serve their life's vision. I'm your host, Dr. Nikki Cottis, and I'm here to show you how to break free from stagnation, grow your practice, and rediscover the joy of why you became a chiropractor to begin with. Whether you're looking to boost your revenue, spend more time with family, or simply enjoy practice life again, you're in the right place. Let's align your path to success. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Aligned for Success. So today's episode topic really comes from two conversations that I've had recently. One was with a patient in my office, and one was with my daughter this morning. And yesterday, when I was at work, I had made a comment like, "Oh, I'll be out of the office the rest of the week." And she just kind of looked at me and she was like, "You travel all the time." And I said, "Is there anything wrong with that?" And she said, "I'm just saying you go on vacation a lot." And I said, "Okay, first of all, let me just be abundantly clear. Like 85% of my travel is never a vacation. It's always for work." And so I said that it's usually for work. And she was like, "Well, what do you do?" And I said, "Well, that's a great question. And usually it's different." I said, "A lot of times it's masterminds, it's conferences." I said, "This one in particular is a work retreat that I'm going on for the Wealthy Practitioner." And so just explaining like that these are not actually vacations. They're always investments into myself and into the businesses that I am a part of. And so it's definitely not rest. It's always work, and it's becoming a better leader, and it's becoming a better business owner, just learning from other people too, and just being directly around other humans doing bigger things than me. It's always just a direct investment into me, what I'm doing, and most importantly, the people that I'm responsible for, which is my family. So number one, my daughter and my spouse, those people are my responsibility. And of course, my husband, he has responsibility over us too, but I'm talking about my direct responsibility as a wife, as a mom, and as a business owner. And so today, I just want to talk to you guys about traveling, investing in yourself, and why investing in yourself through work and growth is not something that you should feel guilty about, especially if you're a mom. And so for me, investing in myself has never meant just like checking out of my life. It means, just hopping on an airplane and see you later. It means putting myself in rooms that require me to lead and just be seen at a higher level. It means learning from people who are operating where I want to go or running businesses the way that I want to. It also helps to sharpen how I think, how I decide on things, and how I lead. So self-investment has never felt indulgent for me. It literally feels like professional development and an investment just truly into myself. And if my businesses are ever going to grow, I have to be the person that grows first. And so there is no separation at all in any world between the health of a business and the capacity of the person leading it. So I really want you guys to think about that. We really talk a lot inside the Wealthy Practitioner about capacity, and the only way your capacity is ever going to grow is if you constantly and consistently stretch yourself. So my sister and her husband and her 4-year-old son were at my house for 8 days at Christmas, and it was awesome. It was great. I was also still working, so I went to work. We had company. It was Christmas. It was busy. Then 3 days after that, went back to work. We worked New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve night, after I worked for 10 hours, we drove to Disney World, which is 7 hours away. So I just kept going, right? And it was because my husband had 2 days off work. He doesn't have a lot of time off work since he has a new job. So we were like, what can we do? Where's somewhere we could go that we could drive that is a little bit of a family trip? Obviously, Disney World is a family trip. And we drove to Disney. And at first I was like, what the hell was I thinking? Like company, then this. And now I'm also traveling today to New Jersey for 4 days for the TWP retreat. And so there's no rest, right? But it's always investing into myself and just making decisions that are good for my family and for the businesses. So I just always am thinking about my capacity and how can I make my capacity more? All these things test me. Yesterday at work, people were like, aren't you exhausted? I'm like, no, not really. But also, I never allow myself to say I'm tired, because when you say that you're tired, you literally speak that into existence. I literally refuse to say I'm tired. If anyone asks me, I say, nope, I feel great. I always want to say, I feel great. I feel great. Let's just put that into existence, that no matter how I'm feeling, if I say that I feel great, I will always feel great. On the flip side of that too, whenever I'm traveling, I'm still working. I'm never fully unplugging or stepping away. I'm just shifting intentionally how I'm working. So when I'm at home or when I'm in my office, work is very tactical, right? It's like, it's operations. I'm accessible to my team. I'm solving problems in real time. When I'm traveling though, I get the opportunity to have different conversations with different people. So I'm having leadership conversations, making strategic decisions about things that actually move the business forward. So a few weeks ago, I did a podcast on the importance of a CEO day. Literally going to a retreat or a mastermind or a work conference is like 2 focused days of CEO time, and also just learning and leading from other people. That is invaluable. Like just learning what other people are doing. But it's like literally 2 focused days of CEO time. And another important thing is I'm just observing the standards of other people to stretch how I think. So I'm always around people who are doing bigger and more badass things than me. And it's constantly stretching my capacity to think the way that these people are thinking. And so it's not working. It's just different work. And it's a work that just shapes the decisions that I'll make for the next 3 months, 6 months, and even for the next year. And every time that I make an investment in myself to go on a work trip, my businesses feel it in the best way possible. I come back more decisive with better boundaries, as a better leader, and truthfully with higher standards. And I know that my team always feels it. I think they used to get nervous, like, oh crap, Nikki's going on a work conference. She's going to come back. What are we going to change next? But they've all come to understand that anytime we're making changes or, doing things a little bit differently, it's always for the purpose of moving the needle, of moving the business in the right direction. And the business always reflects it. And so that's why I never really separate like what's a self-investment and what's a business investment, because they are the same exact thing. The better Nikki that I can be by being in these rooms, the better my businesses will be. And guess what? The better my family life will be too. And so if you as a leader, you feel stagnant in your business is the same thing. So if you feel stagnant as a person, your business is absolutely following that route. And so let's just talk about perception versus reality, because I can post on Instagram that I'm on an airplane, that I'm going somewhere next. And so it's not, again, it's not luxury. It just represents responsibility. And all of my travel is scheduled and it's very, very purposeful and it's planned in advance. I am not the kind of person that's just like, oh, I can go do something tomorrow. It's literally always planned, and I'm planning out quarter by quarter, what trips am I taking? Where do I want to invest money? Where do I want to invest time? What is worth me leaving my businesses and also worth me leaving my family? So again, just not a vacation. And I really want to talk to moms too right now for just a second. And if you feel guilty about leaving your family, I felt so guilty this morning. Hazel is at an age, so she just turned 7. She is just all about mom. I'm like her best friend. I love it. She sleeps literally on top of me. Like she has to be touching me more so than even when she was a baby. But Hazel did not want me to leave. And she also understands time. So it used to be like, oh, I'll be gone for 2 sleeps. And she really didn't even know what that meant. But now I'm like, I'm going to be gone for 4 sleeps. And she's like, 4 sleeps? That's a long time. And I'm like, it is a long time, Hazel. And I just have to remind her too of why I travel and also what it provides for our family. So the better that my business does, the better life I'm also able to provide for my kid. And so not saying that, happiness and family comes from travel and vacation, but I get to spend dedicated time with her more often because of that. Again, we just went to Disney and we got to spend 4 full days together doing things nonstop. And so by having extra income, having extra team, having people who can cover for me, etc. It changes the way that I'm able to spend time with my family too. And so if you're a mom and you're feeling guilty about leaving, I totally understand, right? It's really hard. I put a crying kid on the bus just a little bit ago. That was really hard. But I also know that long term, I'm making the right decision because again, every time that I go somewhere for work, it's making me a better person. It's making me a better mom. It's teaching me how to think differently and also how to leave differently. And so I have to reframe. I don't see them as like leaving her or leaving my family. I truly see them as these trips allow me to provide for them long term. And so my family will always, always, always benefit from me becoming a better business owner and a better leader. So that short-term absence truly creates long-term presence, true vacations together. And honestly, right now, it's a trade-off that I'm willing to make very intentionally. And so again, that's why I sit down and plan out my travel in advance. What's worth it? What's not? Where do I want to invest my time, my money, and my energy this quarter and this year? And so these are the kind of investments that we make on ourselves that truly compound. And so one trip can influence a year of decision making, the way that we hire, the way that we fire, who we keep on our team, a pricing shift or a boundary that you may learn about from someone else. And then the cost of not investing in yourself can start to show up quietly. Burnout, business plateaus, decision fatigue, stagnation in your business. And to me, that cost is far, far greater than not taking the trip and not putting myself into those rooms. And so if you are a business owner and this resonates with you, you've been feeling this, you feel like your business is stagnant, you don't really know what the next steps are. Number one, take a staycation, right? Go stay somewhere in your town, maybe just you and your spouse, get away, start to just dream about your business, just step away from the business for a full 48 hours and see what comes to mind. Give yourself some space to start to think. And also just think about this. It is okay to invest in yourself and your business. You should absolutely be doing that, even when the investment requires an occasional work trip away from your family, even when it feels so uncomfortable. Even when it doesn't make sense to everyone else, even when people are saying to you, I could never leave my family as much as you do, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else but to you. And if you guys are listening to this and you're not already a part of the Wealthy Practitioner and you are looking for a community of people with big goals and aspirations for their life and your business, then the 90-day sprint is perfect for you. And guess what? We are pre-enrolling very, very soon. The wait list is open, and the 90-day sprint is for practitioners who want to build something sustainable without burning out and, most importantly, without shrinking their ambition. So be around other people who have big goals, have big dreams, and who are achieving it and can show you also what's possible. The 90-day sprint is a very focused container, and it's designed to strengthen you as a person, you as a leader, your finances, your profit, your decision making, your team, and most importantly, the business that depends on you. And so it's not ever about doing more. It's always about doing the right things and investing at the right level. So if you're ready to make a strategic investment into yourself and your business, I want you on the wait list. And we are only offering it one time in 2026, and we will officially kick off with our calls in March. But if you get on that wait list, you can pre-enroll and you can get some really awesome special bonuses, including but not limited to ChatBDQ, which is Stephanie in your back pocket 24 hours a day. So taking all of her IP and putting it into ChatGPT so you can get real-time coaching from Steph anytime you want it, anytime that you need it. And so the link to join that will be in the show notes there. You'll also get early access to our associate mini series that we'll be doing in February. And that will be awesome because it's going to be not just for you as a business owner, but also for your team. So we're constantly listening to what you guys want inside of Wealthy Practitioner. And that was one of them. I want some training specifically for my associate. So if you guys have been waiting for permission to take that trip, invest into yourself, and just take your leadership seriously, consider this your sign. Get on that wait list and message me with any questions that you have. Happy to answer. And so again, guys, anytime you're thinking about Is it okay to do this? I don't want to leave my kids. Think about what the long-term benefits of you doing the thing, you investing in yourself, you investing in your business are truly going to be for yourself and for your family. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I've got to finish packing for my trip, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in to Aligned for Success. If today's episode resonated with you, please be sure to subscribe and leave a review. This helps other chiropractors find their way to practice freedom too. Remember, true success comes from when your practice aligns with your life's purpose. Until next time, I'm Dr. Nikki Cottis, reminding you that a thriving practice and a fulfilling life go hand in hand. See you next week.